Hey everyone, today I'm going to be talking to you about your measurements and how to take them. As one of my challengers, you're going to be taking your measurements once at the beginning of the month and at least once again at the end of the month. I was sending you a document with all the the measurements that you can fill in. I apologize if my cat jumps on my computer right now. But we also are going to be doing weights, and I will talk to you about weighing in at the very end of this demonstration. So this is how you weigh. So you'll need a handy dandy flexible tape measure. Hopefully I can still measure you. So the first measurement you're going to be taking is your chest measurement. That's going to be straight across the widest part of your chest. What you'll do is you take the tape measure, find the widest part of your chest. A good way to do this is in front of a mirror, so that way you can find out, oops, that's not right. You actually want to make sure the tape measure is straight across. You don't want to be pulling the tape measure as tight as it possibly can, but you also don't want it slipping and falling down. So you want it just nice and snug. Get that measurement, record it. So we have the chest measurement straight across the widest part of the chest. Next one is going to be your waist measurement, which if you bend from side to side, it's going to be that pivot point. That little, I'm a little teapot, just saying that I'm a little teapot sound. That's going to be your natural waist measurement. Again, you can check yourself in the mirror to make sure that that tape measure is nice and even. It's not sagging down in the back. Not pulling it snug, just holding it firm. That's your waist measurement. The third measurement I want you guys taking, especially for women, is going to be your abdomen area. That tends to be a place where we get a lot of water retention and bloat, and especially in the first initial phase of exercise, you'll see a big change. So I want to have you measure not just your waist, but also your abdomen. How I'm going to have you record your abdomen, because consistency is key, is you're going to find your belly button, beep, take 3 fingers, put them together, and do that in back or underneath your belly button. So find your belly button, 3 fingers, and that will be where you measure from. This is going to be one of those measurements you definitely want to look in the mirror for. And I would recommend not having a cat that likes attacking tape measures. Again, you'll find that, get nice and straight. Take that abdomen measurement. So again, it's 3 fingers below your belly button. The next measurement you're going to be taking is your hips. The key for the hip measurement, you don't want your legs wide. You want your feet completely together each time. That will give you a nice consistent measurement. For the hips, it's pretty straightforward. You're going to find the widest part of your hips and measure it. And again, check yourself in a mirror. Make sure that tape measure goes straight across. So it's nice and parallel to the ground, not sinking below your butt or up on your hips or up on your lower back. All right, the next measurement you're going to be taking, or last 2 measurements, are your legs and your arms. So for legs, the consistency point is going to be your hand size. Obviously, it's going to be different for everyone, but at least your hand won't change. So you're going to find your hip bone, put the palm of your hand on your hip bone, and lay your hand down your leg. Where your fingertips land, that is going to be your thigh measurement point. So I'm always going to be measuring my thighs right there. Might look a little bit different for you. It will be in general just about the widest part. And again, you want to make sure it's nice and even. About the widest part of your thigh. It might be a little bit higher or lower, but at least that will give us a consistent distance measurement. You want to do your left leg as well as your right leg, because depending on whether you're left-handed or right-handed, you'll actually find usually your thigh measurements for each leg will be slightly different. Arm measurements. So for arm, I'm going to need you to show me those guns, give me a flex. That's going to be you're going to find the center point of your bicep. So flex, find that center point. That's going to be the point that you're going to measure from. The key with arms is kind of tricky, kind of do that. You want to have your arm that you're measuring relaxed at your side. So you don't want to have it flexed. You don't want to have it up. Just relaxed at your side, just hanging there. And that will be your arm measurement. So we have chest, natural waist, abdomen, hips, thighs, and arms. That will give us a good gauge as to how your progress is going with both your nutrition and your fitness. I know it's uncomfortable to measure. These measurements stay confidential between you and me. No one else sees them, but it's a way that I can best help you so that I know if something needs to be tweaked, if something's not working, or you can see all your amazing progress and go, wow, I might not see that scale budging because I'm building muscle. So I'm building muscle at the same time I'm losing body fat, but I'm losing so many inches. That's going to be your clothes fitting better, you having more energy. All that stuff is going to come from you losing those inches. So the last thing I want to talk about is weight. Again, I know it's uncomfortable for everyone. You got to do it. The scale should not rule you. We're not going to obsess about that number on the scale, but we are going to look for trends. We are going to look for changes. Your weight can vary up to 5 pounds from morning to night based on water retention and just food volume intake. So I'd like you to try, if you can, to weigh yourself first thing in the morning. But also, no matter when you weigh, be consistent with what you weigh or when you weigh. Thinking about, I was also going to say, with your measurements, try to wear a tight fitting. You don't have to be in a sports bra or with your shirt off, but wear a tight fitting shirt so you're not getting bunched up in like a winter coat or winter sweater trying to measure, and that adds like 2 inches to you. Just be consistent. Weight, you really want to measure yourself first thing in the morning if you can, but no matter what, you want to be consistent with the time. So if you always weigh yourself after breakfast, or you start out weighing yourself after breakfast, always weigh after breakfast. And don't be discouraged when you weigh yourself in the morning and you're one weight, and then at the end of the day, you weigh 4 or 5 pounds more. It's gonna happen. That's natural. It happens to everyone. If you weigh yourself again the next morning, you magically lose that weight overnight. That's just normal body fluctuations. So that is my quick little tutorial on how to take measurements, and hope you enjoyed. And please submit those measurements to me once at the beginning of our challenge and once at least at the end.